everyone, I'm here from PLC Homeschool and I'm here to show you my digital curriculum that I offer for kindergarten through 6th graders, and it's based on Common Core state standards. I recommend it for anybody, even if your student is not familiar with Common Core or your student's public school does not use Common Core, because basically my curriculum is based on the standards they want the kindergartners to know, but it enhances just the basic skills of math, reading, and language arts, and that's what kindergartners need. It's an overview, so I actually bullet point all of their Common Core standards. Our first one is counting and cardinality. It has 3 bullet points, so students are to be a master of all of these concepts by the end of the year. So we start them at the beginning of the year and we go through all the standards, and by the end of the year they should know these very well. And that's why I create a curriculum that enhances each bullet point. So our first one is counting and cardinality. So basically they want the students to know number names and the count sequence for the first bullet. Now a lot of parents come to me and they're just not familiar what this means, or they're wondering what are number names, what's the count sequence, just not familiar with it. And this is for homeschoolers, so if you're deciding to homeschool your kindergartner, this curriculum is great. It's basic, it's easy, it gets the job done, and by the end of the year they are mastering these skills, and that's what's needed. It's not extensive for each bullet point. I have about 4 to 5 worksheets that will enhance each bullet point, and that way your kindergarten is getting the concept. And if you have no idea what no number names in the count sequence is, that's what I do with my worksheets. When you see my worksheets, it's self-explanatory of what number names are and the count sequence is. So I incorporated all of the worksheets based on my actual digital curriculum that I send you. It's a lot of pages, but you can print out as many as you want. You can use the worksheets that you want to use. I recommend repetition learning for all students. So repeat every single worksheet 1,000,000 times, and that way they're getting it. And once you see they're actually getting it and memorizing it, then we can move on to something else. But repetitive learning is key, especially for kindergartners. So our first bullet is no number names and the count sequence. So below, I have attached that, and you'll see as I scroll down here, I've attached that to the bottom as its own page. Counting and cardinality, no number names in the count sequence. So I'm going to move down. And the first one that goes with that is spring number words. Read the number word and color the matching numeral. So that's what they mean by no number names. They don't just need to recognize the number. They need to know the name of the number. They need to be able to read 5 and match it to the numeral 5. So this is basically a reading concept, but they incorporate it into math. So we have that worksheet that goes with that. We also have all of our number words on one side, and the student needs to match them to the other side. So we're matching our numeral to our number word. And our second thing was to count and the count sequence. So here you can tell that they're putting these are not in sequence. You're going to have your student, you can make up anything you want to do with them. You can have numbers on maybe index cards and all mixed up, and you can put them 1 through 10 and they have to figure out where they go. And then on the bottom, I also have flashcards for you. So these flashcards tells you the number name and the count, how many dots there are, which matches the numeral. So you can have your student do this worksheet. You can have them cut them out, put them in a book. You can have them glue them onto a piece of paper in order and put them in front of them on the wall, because it has the name of the word and it has the number. So that's what we're looking for here. Okay, so those worksheets go along with the very first bullet, no number names in the count sequence. And then I move on to count to tell the number of objects. So each bullet gets about 4 worksheets. And that way you're familiar with what they're trying to explain to you, and you can reuse the worksheets or use my ideas and enhance the worksheets if you want to. I also sell just single packets for no number names in the count sequences. So if you wanted some of those, you would go to my website and order one. So I do give you, for each bullet, if you're just getting the little workbook, it comes with about 10 to 15 pages that enhance that, if you need that. Our next bullet is count to tell the number of objects. So let's go down here. That's the first bullet, because we have the number words here. And let's see, it's going to be second bullet. So second bullet is counting. I thought I had that on a page. I have it on a page too, right before each one. Count to tell the number of objects. So that's what we're doing for our second standard for kindergarten. So we just got to count the number of objects, and this is what they mean. They'll give the student an object. They need to be able to count them slowly. Make sure your student's counting slowly and go ahead and match it to the numeral. Let's see what our next one is. Counting numbers up to 20. They do want them to do 1 through 20, so that's extensive too. This one goes count the objects. How many are here? Write the number. Count the objects, write the number. So that goes with my second bullet point. Now our third bullet point is to compare numbers. Greater than, less than, and equal to. Now this is hard for kindergartners, but it needs to be learned based on how many apples are here. So basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples and 5 apples on the other side. That means they're equal to. And up here you'll see the little symbols they want them to use. And you need to know what number's bigger, what number's smaller, what's greater, what's less than, and what's equal to. So that's the third bullet point. We have compare the numbers here. There's our little shapes down here that we cut in glue. Compare the numbers here. And which one's less? And this is a comparing worksheet too. So that's how it works. That's my curriculum. Like I said, it's easy. It's simple. We're going to go on to operations and algebraic thinking below. And then this bullet point will come with 4 to 5 worksheets to enhance it for you. And then our next standard number and operations in base 10. Work with numbers 11 to 19 to gain foundations for place value. So that will come with 4 to 5 worksheets. That way parents understand, or homeschoolers or teachers or tutors, whoever's doing the curriculum understands what each standard is for and how it works. So that's how my curriculum works. You do get it's sent. I send it to emails. I send it to however you want it to be sent to you. And you're welcome to print it out, reproduce it. Use my worksheets over and over again, not use my worksheets, just use them as a sample, and then maybe create things that where you can have your student, maybe your student is a different type of learner, and you can create that based on my curriculum. So I do K through 6th grade. It's all based on common standards. Every bullet point gets 5 to 4 worksheets, and it enhances your learning for curriculum. Now, this is curriculum. You don't need anything further. If you go through all my curriculum and go through every standard, you're not going to need to buy extra workbooks or a big math book or a school math book. No, this is what they need to know, and it's repetitive learning, so we repeat it over and over again. We don't need the math book. We don't need the actual English book. As long as we have worksheets to match the Common Core standards, your students should be just fine for that grade level. So once again, I do K through 6th grade. I also do pre-K and transitional kindergarten curriculum also. And it's all virtual, so I get it to you fast. There's no shipping. If you would like to order my curriculum, you can go to eBay. And I also have my website, which will link you to my eBay. It's www.plchomeschool.simplesite.com. If you click on curriculum there, then I have a guide to lead you to my curriculum on eBay. You can also Google search digital on eBay. You can Google search digital kindergarten curriculum, and it'll pop right up with all my other curriculum. Okay, if you have any questions or anything, you can send me an email at plchomeschool14@gmail.com, and I would be glad to help you out. If you have any comments, please let me know, and I will do another video soon based on my curriculum for a 3rd grader. So I do K through 6th grade, but curriculum for 3rd grade is a little different. So if you have any more questions, please comment below, and I thank you for watching my video.